Welcome to the Magic of Imagination, starring Magic Mike and special guest Skip Gladstone. And now here he is, Magic Mike. Hey there, kids. It's me, Magic Mike. Welcome to the show. Today's show is all about using your imagination. And imagination is very important, especially when you're reading a book. If you use your imagination, you bring that book to life in your mind. And you know, when I was a kid, I dreamed and imagined that one day I would become a professional magician when I grew up. And guess what? My dream came true. Well, today, since we're going to do a lot of magic tricks, you need to use your imagination to make them work. So let's get ready and start with the Imagination Magic Show. Now, before we start the show, I need to get my hands warmed up for the magic, so let me show you a trick about a trick. About a time where I saw a guy do an amazing thing with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. He took those 5 cards, and what he did is he threw away 2 of those cards, and when he counted them again, he still had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. No matter how many times he threw away 2, he always had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. Now, this is usually when the audience applauds. But you don't have to right now because you're not here. Now, that trick is usually good enough for most audiences, but I can tell you're not like most audiences. You deserve better, and I'm going to earn your applause. Because any magician can come out here, show 5 cards, and then throw away 2 of those cards and still have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. But I'm the only magician who can take those 5 cards and throw away 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and be left with 1, 2. And then take away the 1, 2 and be left with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. Okay, I think I'm warmed up. Let's do some more magic. You know, earlier I mentioned this show is all about using your imagination to make the magic happen. And that's true. We're going to use your imagination to color my special coloring book. Now, I made sure that I didn't color it yet because I wanted your help with your imagination. So everybody, I want you to imagine that this coloring book that has a bunch of pictures of different magic tricks and magicians and the assistants, I want you to imagine in your mind, imagine that those pictures are colored with all sorts of colors like blue and green and red and purple. Just imagine that all the pictures become colored inside the coloring book. And when you use your imagination, look, it actually colors itself. Look at that. You even stayed in the lines. Your imagination colored the coloring book. That's amazing. Now, I want you to use that same imagination that you used to color the coloring book, and I want you to erase all of those colors in your imagination. Go ahead, everybody, imagine that all of the colors have disappeared. Let's take a look. Look at that. Oh, wait. Wow, you have really strong imaginations because not only did the colors disappear, but the pictures disappeared too. Okay. I need the pictures back. So everyone, one last time, use your imagination to bring the pictures back. Ooh, I think it worked. Let's take a look. Yes, the pictures are back. Your imagination worked. Very good job. Give yourselves a big round of applause. You know, I brought another friend with me to the show today. His name is Skip Gladstone, and he's going to help me out by showing you some more magic using your imagination. Take it away, Skip. Hey there, kids. I'm Skip Gladstone. I'm buddies with Magic Mike, and he told me that today you all are using your imaginations to create a little bit of magic. This trick uses 3 different sizes of rope. For instance, I have a really long piece of rope. You know what? This actually looks like dental floss for elephants, but it's not. This is the really long piece of rope. That's important to remember. Then I have a medium-sized piece of rope. And last but not least, I have a short piece of rope. And that's all you need. 3 different sizes of rope. So here we go. Let's take the really long piece of rope, and then we'll take the short piece of rope, and of course we'll take the medium size piece of rope. Now as you can see, we have a long piece, and we have a medium piece, and we have a really tiny piece of rope. But if everyone uses your imagination and imagines that those three pieces of rope are all the same size, then they will slowly, magically, and therefore entertainingly stretch to the same exact length. You see, rope number 1 is the same size as rope number 2, and rope number 2 is the same size as rope number 3, and rope number 3 is the same size as rope number 1. Of course, if you want them to go back to the way they were at the beginning, then all you have to do is use your imagination in reverse. Everyone imagine that the ropes change back to the way they were when we started. I think it worked. Look at this. There's that short, tiny piece of rope. There's the really long piece of rope. And there's the medium piece of rope. Thank you so much for letting me use your imagination. Back to you, Magic Mike. Hey, thanks a lot, Skip. That was great. Hey, kids, let me show you something using this pink handkerchief. In just a moment, I'm going to try to make this pink handkerchief turn invisible using just my imagination. Watch close. The handkerchief goes into the hand. And believe it or not, that handkerchief becomes invisible. Whoop. Oh, I forgot to use my imagination. Let's try it again. The pink handkerchief goes down into the hand. Now everyone do it with me. Imagine that that pink handkerchief has turned invisible. I think it worked. Look, it is. It's invisible. You can't see it because it's invisible, but it's here. It's just invisible. Now if I wrap that handkerchief into my hand and then I snap my fingers and I imagine that you can see it again, then believe it or not, that pink handkerchief becomes visible one more time. Let's try it again in case you missed it the first time, okay? Watch the pink handkerchief. It goes into the hand. Now everyone help me imagine that that pink handkerchief turns invisible. Yeah, you did it. There it is, an invisible pink handkerchief. You can't see it, but it's here. But if I wrap that handkerchief around the hand, then I imagine that it's visible again, then it magically, you can see it, and that is the power of your imagination. You know, besides Skip Gladstone being here with us today, I've got another guest, and he's a juggler. His name is Juggle Joe, and Juggle Joe thought it would be fun to juggle with his friends all over the world. So take it away, Juggle Joe. So check this out. It's a handkerchief. Now watch close or else you'll miss it. Did you see that? It's a small glass. See? A small glass. But what good is a small glass without something to drink? It's a classic. Speaking of drinks, let me show you something with some leftover eggnog from the holidays. All right, here we go. Like I said, this uses a bottle from the holidays of eggnog. It's a trick that uses a cup and a bottle. The idea is to cause the cup and the bottle to change places. In other words, the cup will go where the bottle is. The bottle will go where the cup is. It happens when I say the magic word. Watch close. I cover the bottle with tube number 1. I cover the cup with tube number 2. I say the magic word, jump, and they change places. That's right. The bottle is now where the cup was. The cup is now where the bottle was. Now, if I do it that way, I have to do it in reverse. Jump, and they change back. I'm going to do it again, okay? Here we go. Tube number 1 goes over the bottle. Tube number 2, whoops. Sorry, that's the extra bottle. You saw nothing. You saw nothing. Sleep, children, sleep. You saw nothing. It's okay. We have the bottle over here. We've got the cup over here. I say jump. And now we have the cup over here. We have the bottle over here. I'm going to do it again, okay? Even though no one asked. The tube number 1 goes over the bottle. Tube number 2 go, whoop. That's the extra bottle. Sorry about that. We have a bottle over here. We have a cup over here. I say jump. Now we have the bottle over here. We have the cup over here. I can do it with one tube, but I have to be fast. I cover the cup becomes a bottle. I cover the bottle becomes the cup. That's because there's an extra bottle, okay? In case you missed it the first time, I'll do it again. I cover the cup becomes a bottle. I cover the bottle becomes the cup. That's because there's another extra bottle. Now, what you don't want to do is when you cover the cup and you cover the cup becomes a bottle becomes a cup because there's an extra bottle. How is this happening? When I cover the bottle, I cover the cup becomes a bottle becomes a cup because extra bottle. Okay, now, if I cover the cup and I cover the bottle and I say the magic words multiply, then we get 2 cups, which is a problem because if I have 2 cups, then I need to say the magic word multiply again, and we get 2 more bottles, 2 empty tubes, and a big round of applause from the audience. Thank you very much. Wow. Well, I've got enough eggnog for next Christmas. Hey, let's check in with our buddy Skip Gladstone again. Take it away, Skip. Notice there are some strange words when you read. Like, there are words in the English language that are spelled the same, but they sound different. And then there are words that are spelled different, but they sound the same. Now that is confusing. So today I thought I would combine the illusion of magic with the confusion of the English language. And to do that, I'm going to use 4 hole cards. Now the first hole card is called a hole card because it has a hole in the card, which makes it a hole card. The second hole card is called a hole card because it does not have a hole, which makes it a hole card. No hole. The third is like the second, it's a hole card, it doesn't have a hole, and the fourth is like the first, it's a hole card, it has a hole. So this is a trick using 2 hole cards and 2 hole cards. Now I should mention that the hole cards without a hole are actually colored on the back, so if I place a hole card against a hole card, it creates the illusion of what I call a spot card. Same thing with this pair, and the illusion of a spot card, of course, we all know that it's just a hole card on top of a hole card. So if I create the illusion of a spot card and then I snap my fingers and I wave my hands, it causes that card to become a real card. And the spot does not rub off. You can check it out. That's enough. We'll get back to that in a minute. Now that leaves us with 2 hole cards and 1 hole card. The other hole card is now a spot card, but we'll get back to that in a moment. So if I create the illusion of another spot card, then I take a hole card and I tap it a whole bunch of times on the spot card. That gives me a whole bunch of spots. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, what a strange way for a grown man to make a living. Yeah, I kind of agree. Now that's 2 down and 2 to go. Now I don't have to use the whole hole card. I can use just a corner of the hole card and still create the illusion of what I call a spot card. Or I can take the whole card away and wave it over the whole card that used to be a spot card till I took the whole card away, and now this whole card becomes a spot card. The only thing is the spot is so big it covers the whole card. Yeah, I'm going to keep doing this until you like it. Now that leaves us with the final and most confusing of all of the hole cards. Is this a hole card that is whole? Is it a hole card that has a hole? Or is it a whole spot card? Or if I snap my fingers and I wave my hands, then it becomes a spot card with a hole. Yeah, I call this a donut card. So we've got a spot card with a hole, we've got a spot that covers a hole card, we've got a whole bunch of spots, and we've got a spot card that is whole. Now kids, the reason this is such a confusing illusion is because all of you were watching the spots and no one was watching the hole. And that's the whole story. And that's why the English language is so confusing. Back to you. Hey, thanks again, Skip. You know, kids, I've got one more thing to show you. At every magic show, people expect a magician like me to do a trick with a rabbit. And actually, I have 2 rabbits. I have trained these rabbits to stand perfectly still for this next trick. Let me introduce you to them right now. Right over here is my first rabbit. His name is Hip. Everyone say, "Hi, Hip." And then I have another rabbit right over here. His name is Hop. Everyone say, "Hi, Hop." And as you can see, they are standing perfectly still for this trick. Good boy, Hip. Good boy, Hop. Now, Hip and Hop are the best of friends, and they like to go over to each other's house. Let me tell you something about their houses. You see, Hip, he lives in a house that has a white hat and cane on the front door, and Hop, he lives in a house that has a black hat and cane on his front door. Now, not only on the front doors, but even on the back doors. Let me show you what I mean. You see, on the back door of Hop's house, there is a white hat and cane, and on the back door of Hop's house, there's another black hat and cane. Now, in order to get them to go to each other's house, you just have to say the magic words. Hip hop. Oh, you have to say them with me, okay? So everyone say the magic words with me. Repeat after me. Hip hop. Flip flop. Not flip flops. I know it's almost summer, but it's just flip flop. Presto reverso. That's good. And you see, when you do that, you'll see that Hip has actually traveled over to Hop's house, and Hop has actually traveled over to Hip's house. They changed places. Now we're going to get them to change back, okay? So we'll cover up Hip over here, and we'll cover up Hop right over here. Now don't forget that on the back door there's a black hat and cane, and then on the front door there's a black hat and cane, and on the back door over here there's a white hat and cane, and on the front door there's a white hat and cane. Now let's say the magic words one more time. Say them with me. Hip hop, flip flop, presto reverso. Yeah, and when you say that, believe it or not, they have gone back to their original places. Hip is now back in his house, and Hop is now back in his house. That's right. They're magic bunnies. You know what? I think there's some smart kids out there. I think you're probably thinking that you know how the trick is working. So you probably want me to turn them around. Okay, I'll turn them around. There we go. The other way, maybe? Okay, I'll turn them around the other way. Well, you want to see the back? Okay, I'll show you the back. Here we go. This is the back right here. It's just a normal back, just like your back. Everyone has a back. The back of the rabbits. Oh, you think that this rabbit is white on one side and on the back it's black, and on this rabbit it's black on that side and it's white on the other? Is that what? Well, I'll check for you. Hold on. Nope, that's not how it works. But just in case you don't believe me, I should mention this trick doesn't use just 2 rabbits. It uses 4. Yeah, we got the white rabbit here, we got the black rabbit here, I've got the yellow rabbit right here, and I've got the red rabbit right here. And that is the magic with rabbits. Well, kids, thank you for joining us today for the Magic of Imagination. I hope you enjoyed the show. If you did, I'd love to see you draw a picture of something that you saw in the show, or draw a picture of me, and then have your parents take a picture of the drawing and have them post it in the comments below. And remember, imagination is very important. The magic of your imagination can make dreams come true. Have a great day. See you soon.